Yeah, good morning. You're welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. You're welcome to a wonderful Wednesday morning in the city of Lagos. We are right here in Ogba. We are on the streets to get the views of Nigerians on what is happening in the country today, looking at the issues that is affecting them. I have my wonderful, committed, and intelligent, excellent reviewers here this morning. Mr. Martin beside me this morning. I have Mr. Kunle, I have Mr. David, Mr. Raf, Mr. Chigozie, and others are on their way as they are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. This morning with me is the Daily Sun newspaper and also the Vanguard newspaper. Let's look at what the Vanguard has for us. Above the masthead, without regionalism, Nigeria's progress a mirage. Without regionalism, Nigeria's progress a mirage. That is from Alaafin. Oba of Benin postponed fifth anniversary ceremony in honor of late Captain Hosa Okumbo. Oba of Benin postpones fifth anniversary ceremony in honor of late Captain Hosa Okumbo. Let's look at the main headline on the Vanguard this morning. Electronic transmission of poll results. It's a victory for the Nigerian people as the Senate in turn imposes direct primaries on parties and okays the electronic transmission of poll results. Many are saying that though the bill is not complete, but where we have the victory is where the electronic transmission of poll results is being passed by the Senate House. We are now waiting for the federal government and the president of Buhari to sign the bill. Senate bows to pressure, backpedals on electronic transmission of results, adopts direct primaries for parties. Ekweremadu hails Senate. National Assembly can't dictate to parties how to choose candidates. National Assembly can't dictate to parties how to choose candidates. Wike is a welcome development. INEC is saying it's a welcome development. APC using its National Assembly majority to manipulate the constitution in its favor. That is from the CUPP, coalition of political parties. Coalition of united political parties are saying that APC using its National Assembly majority to manipulate constitution in its favor. Over the PDP child Senate, APC over direct primaries. PDP child Senate, APC over direct primaries. APC on this bill keeps mum. Amend constitution or recognize Amotekun as state police. Fayemi has come out to say that the constitution should be amended to recognize Amotekun as state police. Governor Obiano's security aides in shootout at ABGA rally. Governor Obiano's security aides in shootout at ABGA rally yesterday. Sit up, Buhari tells ministers at retreat. Sit up, Buhari tells ministers at retreat. Nigeria's trade costs too high to attract investment, says Okonjo-Iweala. Nigeria's trade costs too high to attract investment, says Okonjo-Iweala. Nigeria's economy to grow at 2.6% in 2021. Nigeria's economy to grow at 2.6% in 2021. Let's look at the Daily Sun as the sun shines on us this morning beside the masthead. 2023, Ohaneze flays Dokpesi over stand against Southern presidency. Ohaneze flays Dokpesi over stand against Southern presidency. E-transmission of election results. Senate surrenders over the e-transmission of election result bill. Removes condition, gives INEC power to decide. Removes condition, gives INEC power to decide. Okay, direct primaries for political parties. Okay, direct primaries for political parties. Atiku Wike orders hail lawmakers. Atiku Wike orders hail lawmakers. PDP, CUPP fault direct primaries. Appointment of security chiefs should be representative. Bauchi governor is saying that appointment of security chiefs should be representative as 2,287 killed in 3 months. Why we can't fund 2022 budget? FIRS is saying why we can't fund 2022 budget. Claims Nigerians hate paying taxes. Claims that Nigerians hate paying taxes. Is that a reason why they can't fund the 2022 budget? Gunmen kill Sergeant, sack police station in Bayelsa. Gunmen kill Sergeant, sack police station in Bayelsa. Attack Catholic seminary in Kaduna, abduct students. Let's move over to our viewers this morning. I have with me Mr. Kule, first
Yeah,
on the list.
yeah. Good morning, Christian.
I love the mask up. We are masked up this morning.
Yeah, we need because we need to believe this universal, symptoms that is of COVID that is going on.
But most people,
Nigerian can't be exempted.
they differ.
They have to because it's not their priority because what is facing majority of us in this country is even COVID is even the least problem people have in this country. The killing in the country alone is more than the COVID casualty. So people have to be,
Someone said that we enjoyed during COVID, during lockdown, than now that there's no lockdown last year.
I don't know. I don't know who must have been
That
saying that.
the
You
price
know,
of goods they were relatively people can afford
but
to buy things. So
were people making the money when they lock you down in the house and you could not go out to cater for yourself or to look for funds to survive? That's just the worst part of that lockdown we had.
okay, let's look at the electronic transmission of result bill. Senate has passed it.
They have no option. The Senate has no option. And I want to commend the pressure group. It's not only that they just did it voluntarily like that. There has been pressure on them. And the pressure group, I want to commend them for making the Senate to bow to the pressure. Because at this day of age now, Nigeria, we cannot still be acting like a baby. We are 61 years old. And we still be doing manual, what's it called? Manual transmission of election result. So I think it's the best thing to have come this time around. But mind you, they still telling you now that the master at the top still have to assent is this thing on it. So
that's the normal process.
That's the normal process. So he may decide not to assent it, right? So it's not left for the Senate to overrule the presidency, the president on this issue. So let's wait and see. But I believe the man at the top, which is Buhari, will not want to embarrass himself with the few years remaining for him to pack and go, right? So that's what my whole stake is on this electronic. But never mind, these things, none of us will still be accessible to the control room of the INEC.
The way you're saying that it might not.
It might not. This might not guarantee credible election, but it might just help out in reducing rigging, because the party in power, they will have access to control room, and they have their allies in the INEC. INEC got is partisan. Some of the INEC members are party carrying member, card carrying member of some parties. So there's a lot of magic going on in this country that you will not believe how they come about the magic. None of us will be accessible to the control room, as I said. And it might be at God point, somebody will just point a gun. Oh yeah, Mr. Man, stop that. And he will not be able to say anything for we masses to know.
Okay, let's look at the OK's direct primaries for political parties. This one is not included in the electronic transmission. They are okay in direct primaries for political parties.
See, all these political jargons, me, I don't want to even be involved. I think maybe I should skip that because I hate all this party politics. I don't want to be, except there's a new party, me, I want to associate with. And that's African Democratic Congress, ADC. I would prefer to align with a new party than all these new parties. I don't even know anything they can offer me. PDP, APC, talk of, they are dead already in my face. I don't believe in them, and I don't want to have anything to do with them.
They're in Nigeria, and you're right.
I'm a Nigerian, but the few times they've ruled, it does not. Let me even tell you, I just came back from Osun State yesterday. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I went to Ekiti. I think it is right now. We people should start going back to the roots. Check up our, home side, right? Because we are just in Lagos here, shouting. We don't even know what is going on. I discover in the southwest now, The governors are just paper talk. That's what they do. You say you banned open grazing. I still saw cows in Ogun State. That's what's it called in Magboro, Mowe side. Cows, rearing cows, grazing cows on the main roads. On the main roads. Then I got to Ibadan. Ibadan now is full of Amajeri. Go to that there round about that's the under bridge. That's what's it called? What's that area called? Yeah, Iwo Road. Go to that lounge. They did a very beautiful flower. What's it called? Lounge there. But it's been occupied now by the Amajeri, and Makinde is there looking at them. How will you attract foreign investor when the foreign investor coming and seeing all these people? I counted them. There are almost 50 numbers. 50, yeah, sitting, begging for hands. Begging for in this Ibadan, same Ibadan. Then Ekiti, going to Ekiti because I was in Ekiti likewise 2 weeks for a burial, and like 2-3 weeks ago for a burial. Now the Ekiti problem now is the governor is flying around, going to Abuja, going all around, but he says does not have any good infrastructure, road especially. The Ado of Ekiti just voiced out this morning that there's been influx of foreign people into the state, into Ado Ekiti, and the governor is there, and you need to checkmate the security of your state that you've been appointed for or you've been elected for, but you're waiting for them to consume your people before you start acting. That's what I say about proactiveness in all these our governors we have in this setup. How we rather talk of Southwest, because charity begins at home. I went through all these things. Then back to the states, I went to Osun State. That state has worst road network. The road that leads to the capital itself is in a disarray form, is in a disastrous form. And I got to that state. I was even wishing I could meet the governor and tell him the truth. What are you guys doing? You guys are busy fighting yourself. He's fighting his predecessor. His predecessor is fighting him. And what will they gain out of it? They say in United we stand divided. That's that Regbeshola. These are the problem with all the southern leaders we said we have. Fight on top what they will gain. They will not think of the masses. When two elephants fight, it's the grass that will suffer. And I want to employ my brothers there. Yeah, go to your different states and monitor what is going on. Don't just sit down here and be talking what you could not, see visibly. See with your eye, Korokoro eye, the development that is going in your state. You go to your state, monitor what is going on, not sitting down in Lagos and be talking one Tinubu, talking the other. Leave Tinubu with his Lagosian. I'm not a Lagosian, but when it comes to where I reside, and which I'm a bit be concerned about, I have to come in. But what matters to me is my state, because charity begins at home. My families are there. I'm talking of my generational, family. They are there. And once there's suffering over there, there can never be rest of mind for me. So that's about that.
How can the police implement the anti-grazing bill when the headquarters, the federal government is in control of the police? And the position of the federal government, they are not in support of the anti-grazing bill. How can the police implement the anti-grazing in the states?
But how are the states trying to implement the VAT? How are the states trying to implement the VAT, fighting for the VAT seriously? This case now, I believe the southern governors that they said they don't want open grazing, they should go to the court. They should not relent, because some of them, they are after money. They are after money. Allow open grazing, you collect billions upon billions of naira as compensation. Some have started collecting it. I was told one governor has collected it in the southeast already. So in the southwest, I'm waiting for the governor, because those ones, they will say one thing openly and they will act another thing insidely. So what I'm saying now is, these governors we say we have in South, don't let us be dancing to the tune of reggae they are dancing. We should not be dancing along with them, because that reggae they are dancing is within themselves. They know what they want to do. It's just to cajole you people. When you ban open grazing, I say I'm still seeing cows on the roads in Ogun State. That's what's it called? Kara to no Ogun State to start with. Oyo State. I'm seeing destitutes that were begging with their family. They are margeries. There are some few locals among them. They are margeries. I stood out there. Oh, I wish I can have the power to evacuate those people. Build a foundational home for them. Jonathan did it. Amajeri homes. He built schools for them. Let them send away from that. Send them away from that place. You can see a terrorist can infiltrate them through that area. I don't know why we want our governors. He has to put on the thinking cap. That's the governor Sheyi Makinde, or was it? He has to put on. It's passing that place.
What about state police?
The state police. Are we operating state police? You did think all this Amoteku?
Will state police not help?
But they will not. They will not approve state police, because once you approve state police, you diminish the power of the federal police, and a governor doesn't need any orders from the federal government to act. So the full independence and the federal might is afraid of that. What am I saying? And state police can lead to political police. They can politicize it. State police. You know all these governors we have. When election comes, they start hunting their enemy. They can send the state police against their enemy. You get what I'm saying? In Nigeria, any power you hand over to a leader, he will have to misuse it. This is only the country that I know people you call your leader abuse power a lot. And they always forget that power belongs to God. Power does not belong to them. Power belongs to God.
Finally.
Yeah, my final says this. My final says this. As we sit up for election, so hello. So about the crisis now in the southeast. You see, when two elephants fight, is the grass that will suffer. I want to call on the leaders of the southeast to come together and provide solution to this anarchy going on there, because the killing is getting too much. The killing they are killing now, they are turning children to orphans. They are turning wives to widows. So they should stop this killing, please. And the state of all the states in the southern region, they should wake up from the slumber and do the needful. Forget about politics. Forget about betrayal, in which you always betray yourself. Please speak with one voice for the betterment of the southerners. The northerners are protecting their own people. Why not you two? You walk the talk. It's not about talk the walk. That's my own advice this morning.
Mr. Felix, good morning.
Good morning. I want to really appreciate Mr. Kunle for what he has said, but at the same time, there are things we just need to adjust, to amend. You understand? He talks about the Igbo. Well, why the Igbo are marginalized is that they need to give the Igbo presidency. The Igbos needs to be given presidency. But the problem I have with them is just that they are not united. That's the only thing. They are the one that is due to become Nigerian president. For the agitation, they have the full right, they have the full power to fight for their agitation. But politically, it is their turn to become Nigerian president. That's my take about that, sir.
Okay, let's look at the electronic transmission of results. The Senate has passed the bill. How do you look at it? What's your take?
Well, if the Senate has passed the bill, they are going to wait for the executive to give an approval, because I know the president we have. The president we have is going to take him 1 year plus before they will pass this thing, and it will be saying very close. I'm telling you what is going to happen.
Remember, they asked him to label the bandits terrorists. He has not done it.
I am telling you, we have a president that is go slow. Go slow. As the president has, the Senate has approved it. Go and check. Before the president will assign his signature, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. They are playing politics with Nigerian people. You know what? The Senate have approved. They will push it to him. He will return it back. That there are some things that he does not understand. They are playing politics with Nigerian citizens.
Are the senators behaving like rubber stamp now?
They are behaving like rubber stamp
now.
Yes.
With this bill.
Yes. Just watch and see as the game will unfold. Okay. Just watch and see what will happen.
Okay. Amend constitution to recognize Amotekun as state police. Fire me saying.
Well, fire me.
Because there are some things you cannot implement except with the help of the federal government. So we have the state police.
Well, just as I want to say, our federal government is the government in power now. They are sectional people. In Kano or Kaduna, they have Kara police, which the president in that state, El-Rufai, gave a go ahead. But now Nigerian constitution does not permit the constitution for individual police. It does not, and that's state police.
That's why they're saying amend constitution.
Who are the people that is going to amend the constitution? Are they not the people that represent us from various states? They are not speaking in one voice. They are talking on party-based line. So to amend that is going to be very difficult. And even if they amend it, the state governors will be using that as their political tools to manipulate and marginalize people. Because if you don't vote them, they will destroy them.
Okay, let's look at the Tinubu swagger 2023.
That man should go and sit down and rest.
Yeah, PDP.
That man should go and sit down and rest. He has nothing to offer. He has nothing to offer.
Do you have anything to offer in Lagos State?
For PDP, they are doing their. Are you not
part of?
I'm a PDP member.
Okay. Does PDP have anything to offer in Lagos State?
Well, I will not tell you now, because our underground work is actually undergoing. When the time comes, we will let the people of Lagosian know about the agenda that PDP have.
Don't you think it's daydreaming to think PDP can win Lagos with the support that APC has garnered over the months, over the years?
The last year election, Lagos State election, if you listen to what Tinubu said, he said if not for the magic they know how to do, they lost that election. Just watch and see what will happen.
Okay.
In 2023. You will see the Igbo will march, the Igbos, the South, the Southeast will march against the swagger, what they call it now. My take is this: we will all go out and vote out Baba Sope. Baba Sope. 2023 is just around the corner. The president have 1 year, 8 months to go, and the youth are gradually planning that 2023 we don't want anyhow someone. We don't want imposition. We want somebody that is not a military, that is a full civilian, there must be a Nigerian president. If you check those that have ruled Nigeria, Obasanjo was a military man. He doesn't care about people. Check about Yaradua. Yaradua is a civilian. When he talk, he has that woman feeling. Look at Jonathan, he has that woman feeling. Look at Baba Buhari, he has that soldier mind. Whether you are dying for sunshine, he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind. So we need a civilian to take, and our institution needs to be rebuilt, not to suit some people. The political class, they should reduce their salary. Their salary should come down to minimum wage, and let us see people that has interest in Nigeria. Look at our institution, our educational sector. Go and check all the political class in Nigeria. None of their children is schooling in Nigeria. They are all in abroad. My brother, I want to tell you, if we don't repair it, most of us are going to run out of Nigeria. That's my take, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I have 30 minutes, 30 minutes. 9:12. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Cool. Well, it said people that has interest in Nigeria. I'm one of them that have lost interest. I don't have interest, so I'm number one. So, and there is nothing like Nigeria. So, unfortunately, it will take eternity for some to understand or to come in terms with reality. There is nothing like Nigeria. And he's talking about repairing. What can you do to a dead man? If you don't have a supernatural power to raise him, what do? Is to commit him to Mother Earth. So I think by now, Philip shouldn't be talking of repair. What are you repairing? The Zik, who led the independence of Nigeria, who was one of the frontiers in the cause of independence, or fight for independence, described Nigeria in a sentence. He said, broken bottle has no mequatarism. So what are you trying to repair? Okay. A system that is already dead. A system that has, I posted in my Facebook, as a Nigerian, you claim you are a Nigerian. Kule say he's a Nigerian. What have you benefited as, on the basis of your statutory rights as a citizen, and you call yourself a Nigerian?
Let's look at the transmission of election results, Senate surrenders. How do you look at it?
Well, if I just surrender, you mean that people have lost confidence in the Nigerian system? I would say yes. So, and the electoral reform or whatever, electronic transmission could not guarantee good governance. It cannot guarantee, a free zone, a free corrupt system. So they also know how to manipulate the electronic transmission. It is not a rocket science. So how does that affect the life of a common man? We are talking about survival. We are talking about how to survive. We stand the risk of being exterminated. That is the main reason and the main focus that should be given urgent and prompt attention, not electronic transmission. Is it not people that are alive that will participate in the electronic or whatever electionary process? Our life is in jeopardy. The life of our loved ones, our fathers and mothers. You see? Then will you leave the crucial issues untouched until disaster looms? By implication, we don't have a country. A country where the regular military officers are found on the streets, roaming the streets of Nigeria, the streets of the southeastern region. When there's no provocation, there's no any threat, any war. And no one has broken up, and you say we have a country. You see, that's an overboard, and they have violated the constitution of the Nigerian state, which does not permit them to participate in such civil matters. So what country are you talking about electronic transmission? You must have a country, and people must decide that they belongs to Nigeria. They are Nigerians. Look at the ongoing, of course, visa lottery, diversity visa lottery, America that was launched on the 6th of this month. Your country as a Nigeria, I know you are in Nigeria, it will not be participating. Why? Because of the public reputation, the public image. You see, the government has created to the community of nations. So we don't have a country with what should be paramount is survival. How do we survive within this country? It's about self-preservation. So we should not leave the issue of self-preservation and be talking about, you're asking me about electronic transmission. Who will transmit the electronic? Who will vote? You invite ghosts and the dead ones who have been killed by Boko Haram, killed by Fulani militias to rise up and maybe they will vote in the world beyond. So virtually we don't have a country. What we need is justice. Justice should be done. Look at the NSAS saga. People that died, over how many of them? If not more than hundreds. So will they be brought back to vote to participate in the course of the electronic process? We don't have a country. Our future is not guaranteed as far as this system is concerned. So how do we move forward? The priority should be placed on survival techniques. Look at what happened in Anambra. People were campaigning, and the APC were campaigning, and people have to meet, have to kick the bucket. Okay. What prompted that is because it's an indication that the system is already, we have a failed system. Because that tell me that in an ideal system, in a system that is working effectively, that should be such a fracas within the internal settings. So it's an indication, and more of it suggests clearly that we don't have a system, a country. And for you and you, the president of the day has no right to detect or decide who belongs to Nigeria.
Okay, finally.
Yes, because we have a right, and a referendum should be conducted. That is the best thing Buhari can do for humanity. To preserve the humanity, you must conduct a referendum so that people will decide where to belong, whether to continue in Nigeria or not. You can't tell me that it's 5 Eastern states. Who tell you that 5 Eastern, that the only 5 Eastern states are only Igbo-speaking states? We have Igbo across almost 13 states. So you want to deprive them or deny them the opportunity of identifying with their people. On what basis? On the basis you want to gratify or satisfy your greedy and selfish interests, which have never been in the interest of anyone. Not the ethnic nationalities. The Fulanis, the North Central are crying. Your Katsina people are crying. They can no longer walk freely in the streets, on the streets of Katsina State, without the fear of being killed or mad or killed or adopted. So what are you calling for country? Down Katsina, there is no future. There's no security. Down east, there's no security. Down west, there's no security. Not center, there's no security. So where are you calling Nigeria?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You can understand that we don't have a country. Not until the fundamental issues are being addressed. And the way forward is being, we have to move forward. Referendum or nothing else.
Okay. Thank you very much. Papa, let's say, Mr. Chris Kolak, I want to say, I see the stuff you are putting online, and this is Papa. Yes. The 5,000 I give you. Yes. Bring it out. Bring it out. Show him. This is the 5,000 I give Papa. Yes. And Chris Kola, please, I need an apology from you, please. I need an apology from you, please. Please, I'm begging you. I need an apology from you. I give Papa this morning. Yesterday, I told him to wait, but he was nowhere to be found before I give him the money. Thank you very much. I
Yes, what is your name?
Chris.
Okay, Chris. I don't see the money that you give me. So anything where you lay hand, that's what God will got everything for you. It's your children. That will long life. So I thank you very much. Thank you.
Please, help me also talk to this man, Mr. Chris Kola, because he's trying to defame. Please, I don't know who. Please try and contact me, call me. Let's chat on WhatsApp, please, Mr. Chris Kola. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Christian.
Okay, let's look at the transmission of election results, Senate surrenders. Let's look at what's your take, looking at from where it was passed to where it's to the president's table. Let me get your response.
Okay, thank you very much. Matthew is in him. I think the Senate is gradually bowing to pressure because it is worrisome. A situation where INEC have repeatedly said that they have what it takes to transmit the election result electronically. And however I look at it, transmitting the election result electronically will enhance credibility of the electoral process and the overall election. So for INEC coming back to give the INEC leverage to determine when and where a constituency is feasible for electronic transfer of election result, I think is the way to go. Because before now, we had a situation where even the National Assembly drafted NCC to come and lie on oath, telling Nigerians that Nigeria do not have what it takes to transmit election result electronically. But I think from what the feedback they are getting from Nigerians has made them to go back to the drawing board to do the needful. Because however I look at it, the rigging in Nigerian election happens after voting. They always allow people to vote. But after voting, before in the process of collation of results, because the collation starts from the ward level. That is from the unit where the vote is casted, you go to the ward level. For the ward, you go to local government level. So all that process is where you have ballot snatching, ballot stuffing, and all that. But you have a situation where, as at the point you enter the election result into Form ECA 8 or so, it is transmitted to INEC portal. So it will remove the whole process, the whole possibility of rigging, so that every stakeholder will have access to monitor as the road is trickling into INEC portal. For me, it's a welcome development. Then again, I take exception with the other amendment that the Senate did when it comes to mode of primary by political parties. Because before now, the political parties had choice either to go by direct primary or indirect primary. Because if you are doing direct primary, which means all card-carrying members of the political party will vote for the candidates or the aspirants of the party in a particular position. There are challenges. Because before now, the Constitution recognizes party structure. When I mean party structure, the executive of the party and the delegates. So if you're not jettisoning the delegates and the executive and say all card-carrying members to start voting, I'm not saying it's not practicable, it's not feasible, but there are challenges that it may be difficult to achieve in some areas. One, it is capital intensive. If you need to deploy voting, if I need to deploy that personnel in all the wards in the whole federation for purpose of monitoring primary election, because the constitution makes it compulsory for INEC to monitor all the primaries of all the political parties. And again, the issue of security. If you have a place like Borno, a place like Niger, a place like Kaduna, a place like even Zamfara and Katsina, where some areas people are living, people do no longer sleep with their two eyes open.
How do you not tell me that you want to conduct primary election in almost every area? But if you have a small percentage of persons, it's like a representative of the people within the party, in the form of executive, in the form of delegates, you'll be able to manage it by taking them to a facility, a school, a hotel, a government public place, or whichever way the party decides for the purpose of the primary. That is another thing. Then another thing I'm looking at is APC as a party is trying to use their position as leader of the National Assembly to settle their personal internal crisis. Don't forget that the judgment of Jagede and Akeredolu makes it look as if APC in Ondo State and Akeredolu, that judgment of the electoral issue, it tells you that APC national chairman, who doubles as the governor of Yobe State, cannot hold that double position as the chairman and governor. So to that extent, APC stand the risk of losing everything at the end of the day, because everything that comes through the current leadership may be null and void at the end of the day. Because all the Congress we are seeing, World Congress, local government Congress, now state Congress, they will do their regional Congress and national convention. I mean APC. At the end of the day, all the leadership, all the structure that came out of that process that is questionable may be questionable. So that if you now ask those delegates to go and vote for primary to elect flag bearers in their respective positions for the purpose of 2023, somebody may go to court to challenge it and come and declare a nullity. I think that's the reason they are trying to use their leadership position in the National Assembly to force every Nigerian political party to start adopting direct primary. Knowing fully well that if you allow every card member of the party to vote, you cannot force their process of having leaders who came out of a fraudulent and illegal process. But I think APC would have dealt with their internal issue internally, rather than trying to use diplomacy to drag the whole country into it.
Okay, let's look at amend constitution to recognize Amotekun as state police.
I think it's a welcome development. It's a welcome development. It's part of the position we have been canvassing. It's part of the position we have been, because you cannot say until IG of police gives an order, the governor in the state that goes by the name of governor and chief security officer of the state cannot address on level of security. Because the way it stands today, the governor do not parade any security power, and he takes some blame, being the governor and chief security officer of the state. So the only way he can be justified to take blame is if you allow him to parade some security power, so that when his action or his strategies are not working, people can point directly at him to say, Mr. Governor, you have done this and it's not working. But when it stands, IG gives order from Abuja. The commissioner of police in Ondo State, for instance, in Lagos State, in Kano State, in Delta State, in Enugu State, in Zamfara State, name it, they are not answerable to their respective governors. They are answerable to the IG, who reports to the National Security Advisor, and the National Security Advisor in turn reports to the president. I have no issue with that. What I'm trying to say is that they should tinker with the security architecture. They should remove the issue of security from exclusive legislative lists, put it in concurrent lists, so that the state houses of assembly and national assembly can have concurrent jurisdiction over it. So that, like as John rightly said, Amotekun, for instance, can be empowered to bear arms. So that Ondo State governor, for instance, can go and look for arms to empower them. The one they have in Lagos, Lagos State can go and look for arms to empower them. I'm not saying this should be done independent of maybe security of the president, because in a way they should be managed so that they don't abuse the usage. But saying that they should not bear arms is as good as saying they should not be in existence. Because the people you want to combat are bearing sophisticated weapons, are bearing AK-47. Is it not worrisome that even in Benue State, a governor that goes by the name of governor and chief security officer of the state there was an assassination attempt on him by a group that goes by the name of Fulani Nationality Movement? Is it not worrisome? So to that extent, I don't think it makes any common sense. I don't think it's logical to say that the police, Amotekun, for instance, should not be armed. In the same way, if Delta say have Delta Hawk, that security arrangement should be armed. If Enugu, if the South is have Ebubago, they should be a part of their arm. That is the only way you can address these incidents and plethora of security challenges. And in a way, if you look at almost all the secession agitation we are seeing, they came out of excesses of the headers, and the government is not willing to address it. But if you empower the governors or the states to empower these security arrangements to bear arm, however you look at it, it will curtail the excesses of these Fulani headers that the president himself have agreed that they are foreigners who come from foreign countries and wielding sophisticated weapons and destroying here and there.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Martin.
Because of Martins, my number is 070-899-58243. Once again, 070-899-58243. Thank you for
okay, please, Mr. Chris Kola, please, I want to really look at this issue once more, again. Papa, were you here on Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
You didn't come on Monday. He was not around this Monday that passed. Were you here this Monday? Last month, this week, on Monday, were you here?
on Monday.
On Monday?
I'm here on Monday.
Okay. Please, Mr. Chris Kola, if you can call me, I don't like what you're doing. Please. If you are being peddled by anybody, whether Mr. Mike or anybody, please. Papa has received him on Monday. I did not see him here. I did not see him on Monday. Go and check the live transmission on Monday. Papa has received his money. I don't know why this is becoming too much of it. Please, I need an apology from you, Mr. Chris Kola. I need an apology from you. Thank you very much, Mr.
Christian, good morning.
Good morning.
Has Chigozie has spoken?
Yes.
You have spoken.
Can you give me a minute?
A minute.
Yes, esteemed viewers, we appreciate your viewership and assistance. Yes, with respect to Mr. Chris Kola, sorry, I may want to just ask you to please, we're sorry for the inconveniences because I'm part of what happened. You contacted me anyway and instead I would want to say, please, you can just discontinue with this, and meanwhile, we have taken caution, and I believe that such delay might not repeat itself next time. Please, sorry for the inconveniences. If you feel bad about that, I apologize on behalf of everyone, please. Thank you very much.
What else again? To be outspoken. I beg. Now you sabi. You have spoken. You have spoken. What else again? I beg, Christian, let us commence. Good morning, diaspora Nigerians in diaspora. I'm greeting you. The caller I had in the mornings, I think the caller was from Australia. I was taking my birthday, so I could not, pick that call. So, Professor Kwade, I'm greeting you. Acho, my man, I'm greeting you. Obi for real, I'm greeting you. I'm greeting you, Sister Nkechi. I'm greeting you. My man, Kenny, you are a Benue man. You live in Italy. That Bini man that called from Italy, no, you did not give me your name. I'm greeting you. I'm greeting you this morning. Kelly, my man. Egbo Kayode, I'm greeting you. Charles, you live in Canada. Omodua, I'm greeting you. Kevin, we are feeling you. All of you in abroad, you are wonderful people. Teresa, Agu, Kelechi Hanacho, I'm greeting you. All of you, please, if I don't remember, you take it. But another time, I might copy all your names that are supporting Flip TV in abroad. When you view Flip TV, it means you are supporting Flip TV. The more viewers we have, your viewership as it increases. That is what is giving this company the financial support to stay on the air. Always. Thank you. I love you all.
E-transmission of results. Senators surrender.
Okay, they should surrender because they know. You know what? When they were arguing e-transmission of results, They knew that they came into power through that process. Rigging. If you don't transmit while the election is going on, the electorates are what? Working in vain. The very person they voted for could never ever emerge a winner. Because in Nigeria, this is the system. Always, it happened in 1979, during Chagari election, 1983, during Chagari election. Let me tell you, it happened in 1992, 93, it happened in 1999, when Obasanjo rigged himself in. That man is very, very dubious. Let me be frankly with anybody. I know I respect him, but I've been following the trend of things. Obasanjo is dubious. Let me tell you, they know transmission of results is what will bring or give Nigerians the freest election ever in history. As you are voting here, they are transmitting the result direct. That is when we get it right. And even it was in 2019, I think we would have emerged the winner. What happened 2 years ago was absolutely robbery. Devil robbery, daylight robbery. Buhari robbed Atiku because there was nothing like a transmission of results. So APC government, they are dogged, they are crooked, they are everything that has to do with injustice. They are not dispensing justice to the members of the public, Nigerians. All they are bent on doing is crookedness, deception. They are very, very deceptive. I'm telling you, it does not make me a supporter of APC or hater of APC. But I'm telling you that that platform is structured on what? Deception, fallacy of all sorts. Adam Ochomole, he has been talking and talking and bragging and bragging. Where is he now? They have used him and dumped him. And let me tell you, Tinubu is not going anywhere because Adam Ochomole has been dumped. Had even Adam is there, Adam would have promoting and increasing his personality and his international image to vote him. But let me tell you, he's not going to win, whether anybody likes it here or not. I know that some people that speak here, they campaign for anything that belongs to their own. I am an Igbo man. I detest all jokes of color. I detest Hope Uzodinma. I detest Okorocha because they are not doing the needful. They are bad people. I know that somebody here, often and often, he would petting Yoruba issue. Coming to Tinubu, if you talk outside, they will attack you. On coming to this camera, he will say another thing. You hate a hater. You should hate a hater. Hate injustice. Don't promote ethnicity. Don't promote tribalism. That is me. I'm an Igbo man. It pays me nothing to do that. That's why I always go contrary to what is ethnocentrism. It's not me. Are you listening to me? I know very particular person I'm pointing my accusing figure on. Not that we should come here and be, consulting ourselves physically or always. But you that does that, change your mindset. You are still thinking like an elementary school student. E-transmission, they have agreed in Senate. They have agreed because some of them have completed their tenure. Had even they are not, they wouldn't have accepted it because the way, what brought them into power is through lack of this kind of suggestion. No, nothing like e-transmission. That's why Kuremadu was there for over 12 years. Nothing like e-transmission. That's why Ojo Zakalu is still the chief whip because at Ibadan, his opponents beat him hands down. But as you can see today, Smart has taken over from what? From who? Do you know Malaya? Yes, lack of
Smart. Are they?
Thank you. Because there was no e-transmission. Malaya is everybody's heart. In Hokogi, they love him. The youth, everybody. Even in Nigerian diasporas, they see what Malaya is representing as a person in Nigeria. He speaks the truth. But look at the way APC kick him. They rig him out. Mazi Yahya Bello, the youngest governor in Nigeria, they rig him in. The youngest governor in Nigeria that killed that PDP woman leader, set her ablaze. She died in her house, got burnt. The remnant, not even charred meat of this woman. They discovered the bones, white bones of this mama. She died. That is the kind of dangerous, perilous election we run in Nigeria. The kind of the perility. If you're not careful and you have your opponent as a strong man or a dangerous man, go and learn how to be dangerous. Yes, and strong, because If you make any mistake, man, they are sending you to your early grave. E-transmission, we are going to get what we want this time around. Senate has turned back because most of them are not going there again. I'm saying it over and over again. I'm telling you, they have no option. Now, INEC has come out to tell us, I don't know whether you have that to tell the world, that we are waiting for Buhari's node. Oh, Nigerians. INEC decision, I believe, should stand because they are independent National Electoral Commission. They are independent of governments. Are you listening to me? They are independent of individuals. Are you listening to me? They are independent of the Department of Judiciary, independent of the Department of what? Legislative. Are you listening to me? And the presidency. Why are they waiting for Buhari's node? Wow. Yakub Mohammed is his name. Look, listen. Jega messed Nigeria up. Jega rigged Jonathan out in collaboration with the generals that championed the coup of 2015. Now Jega is singing another tune. Jega is approving e-transmission. Atahiru, after he has bruised, stabbed Nigerians and wounded us so bad and robbed Jonathan his own rights to be there. Are you listening? Now he's looking for e-transmission. Jega Tahiru is coming back because he has succeeded on what? Achieving his selfish interests. He did it. He collected billion on and on. Yakubu Mohammed, this current INEC chairman, he did it in 2019. He collected his billions. Are you listening? Now he has recoiled back to turn a new leaf, to be a good man. I'm gonna tell you this: e-transmission or no e-transmission, Nigerians yearning, everybody's yearning now is what's in disintegration of Nigeria. Let everybody go, not by blood, not by fight. What soldier is doing in Anambra State is bad. Soldiers from Buhari, deployed by General Buhari, are killing innocent Anambrans. Just this morning, from a very, very reliable source, I learned that if you go now online, go to Sahara Report. You know, Sahara Report is a platform owned by Omoyele Sowore, the convener of, in a few days, everybody's going to what? Tollgate for protest because Tinubu is back. Then, in Sahara, let me finish my story. Savannah Report carried it that, not carry video, you will see it there. They shot, see that body everywhere. The soldier was asking him, one of their colleagues, are they all Igbo? He said yes. The other one, commander, said, anybody you see around, shoot him, kill him. So there is a massacre, genocide going on in Igbo land now. What is United Nations doing? United Nations has made itself a toothless barking dog. They always make noise. Secretary to the permanent secretary to Antonio Guterres, the former Portuguese Prime Minister, is what? I will choke you. Jane Ali Mohammed. Aminat Jane Ali Mohammed is the permanent secretary to Antonio, the United Nations Secretary General, the highest civil office position in the world. Now a Nigerian from Fulani extraction is the one that is his secretary. Oh, this is a new finding. If you see the Fulani woman, you know that what that woman represents is anti-Yoruba, anti-Igbo, anti-Ijo, anti-semantics. She hates us. If Antonio is making a move to bring what is happening in Nigeria to stop, who is Antonio when the permanent secretary has not signed? Maybe, maybe we are going to wait another time until his tenure, expires. Yes, you are secretary. Tells you whatever you want to do. He or she endorses it. You will compile documents, sign, because you are my secretary or he is your secretary. Secretary matters a lot. So a secretary to Antonio Guterres is a Fulani woman.
Okay, let's look at amend constitution to recognize Amotekun as state police. And Mr. Kunle complained that these herders are still grazing with their cows in the southeast, and the police is not doing what they're supposed to do. So Fayemi is saying that they should amend the constitution to recognize Amotekun as state police so that all these things can be worked on.
I don't think they need to go and tell those vultures in the house to legislate or make a law into what? Operation. So that Ebubago, ESN, Amotekun, and the rest of those security outfits in the mid-belt to be recognized or to be operating freely, because they are going to make law there in the house. The reason why I'm telling you this is that in the upper chamber, the senators there are not. And you know not is dominated by who? Fulani. They won't allow it. Why are you signing soldiers to go and protect trouble spots in Nigeria? Are Igbos from Cameroon or Gabon? Are they Senegalese or Malians? No, you sign police to go and make peace there. Police means to do what? To enforce. The office of the executive uses the police to enforce the law by maintaining the law. It's not sending. When you have an open aggression from any country, you sign the military to go and take care of that. You see what I did during Bakassi Peninsula issue with Cameroon. You see what Chagari did that time in 1980, 81, 83, with issue of we had with Lake Chad Basin. It was serious then. I was in primary school. Nigerian soldiers went there, and it is the same Malu Buhari that went there and did that fight, and he succeeded. Okay, now he's using soldiers to go to civilian, area. It's wrong. This is a civil issue. It has nothing to do with the military. Who are you fighting? You sign soldiers to Anambra State. Why? How many soldiers do you sign to Zamfara Katsina, your hometown? Where you see these people killing and killing them on daily basis. Zamfarans have been killed and killing. They have been killing and killing these people, Zamfara people, on daily basis. Bandits, he has not declared them terrorists. Herdsmen, he has not declared them terrorists. He could not even mention herdsmen and bandits when he went to United Nations Summit in New York. Okay. Last week. Okay. So let me tell you, what I'm saying is this. By the time you finish killing Igbos, or you are busy there killing the Igbos with your soldier, thereby making your what? Your home so porous. I think understand. For those bandits and Boko Haram. Now we learned that those bandits are same Boko Haram operating as bandits. You see, that place now, Northern State, is no-go zone. Because of what? Buhari's animosity against Igbo man. Buhari's animosity against Christianity. Buhari's animosity against the southern Nigeria has now exposed North to that kind of perilous insecurity. If you get to North today, if you come back, go and do Thanksgiving.
Finally, let's look at what Alafin is saying. Without regionalism, Nigeria's progress a mirage.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was being when Agui Ronsi was in power. That was being when I think Akintola and Awolowo were struggling over, supremacy of this premiership in the southwest. Regionalism gave Yoruba the Odua companies. Coco, are you listening to me? It is regionalism. You take care of your region. Whatever come out there, it is something as restructuring. So, only of Ife you see is for something years. It is like a young man. He's not an old man anymore. He's not an old man. Only of Ife is like you and I. He's a youth. We are the same. You see the kind of solution is proffering to stop what is happening in Nigeria. We need younger brains like us. We don't need Tinubu. We don't need Buhari. We don't need Atiku. Are you listening to me? We don't need old hands. We need young men like Bello. Only of Ife, if given the chance to rule this country, we are getting there. The like of Dino Malaya, if given the chance to control this country, to rule this country, we are getting there. We are going to our promised land, okay, if you allow the youth. So, what I have to say this morning is that somebody just landed not up to 4 days ago at the MMA. Immediately comes back. Now, what is he doing? He's canvassing for reopening of Lekki gates. Reopening of the Lekki gates surface, the agitation for that surface. It was an agitation under the ground because they know that the youth must go to Lekki gate. And maybe ultimate prize again. But this time around, I learned that it was police that they sent them. Are you listening to me? Tinubu has not just come down from airplane. He started agitation of what? Reopening of Lekki gate. I don't need to speak in a figure or figurative language anymore. They know he's the one that orchestrated what happened at Lekki Toll Gate last year. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much. We've come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstand this morning. Okay, I have one more person, Mr. David. David, good morning. Let's quickly look at the Senate passing the bill, the transmission bill.
Good morning to all our esteemed viewers here in Nigeria and in the diaspora. And I want to say a very big shout out to Mr. Udeme.
Mr. Udeme, we love you. We love you. Thanks for the gesture. God bless your effort. Great to hear from you.
So at this point, I want to. The question.
Let's look at the transmission of election results passed by the Senate. Electronic transmission of electoral results.
But it has not been
passed.
Are
you giving them a kudos? No, on their part.
On their part. Who am I supposed to give kudos to the INEC or to the Senate? Okay, the INEC on its own is an independent body, which is not supposed to be controlled, regulated by anybody. But now you can see the little interference from the government. Now, the Senate have passed that transmission of results electronically, but now we still get the assent from the president. What if the president refuse to give this assent to it? That means we are still in one chance. So I believe on this note, the 9th Senate has done so well to have come up with this issue of electronic transmission. But my truth is that they should allow INEC to be independent. INEC is not supposed to take any advice from anybody or whatsoever see the way about to conduct election. That is why they are independent. INEC is supposed to be independent on its own. So the Senate is supposed to tell them to make use of the electronic transmission. So INEC should be independent on their own. And now you still bow down to the president. The president needs to pen his signature to it. The president needs to pen his signature to it. So please, I still think if the president does not pen his signature to it? What? So it means INEC will not still go ahead with this issue of electronic transmission. So please, INEC should be independent. I know the Senate has not really okayed it. So the president needs to still append the signature to it. I am not giving them kudos for now until it is visible for me to see. That's when I can give them kudos.
In case Buhari, maybe Buhari passes signs assent on the bill, do you think that Anambra election will be free and fair?
Mr. President, I have told you, Anambra election cannot be fair and fair.
Even with electronic transmission.
Now you know the political tussle in Anambra. The politicians are the one causing this unrest in the states. The politicians are the one causing the unrest, not IPOB. The politician is just a power tussle between two factions. The incumbent governor and some factions. I don't know. So nobody should include IPOB in this. Nobody should include ESN. So these are different ball game entirely. Anambra election, the president too also should meet with necessary stakeholders, because you cannot hold a leader and you want peace in the state. So let the president reach out to the eastern stakeholders. He's only one of their son, a very big factor within the southeast. So let the president address that. That is the only solution. The solution of southeast still balls in the hands of the southeastern governors and the federal government. Let there be a resolution, because this unrest will not end. The people are yearning for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released because he did not commit any crime. So until when Buhari releases Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my brother, there will be no peace in the southeast.
Okay.
Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done nothing wrong. For you to come out and declare for self-determination, for what secession. It is not a crime. You have the power. Nigeria, so he has the legitimate power. He has the constitution have given him that power to come out and say, I don't want to be part of this entity anymore. So why are you holding him? And you think you want to have peaceful election? It will not happen. And the likes of Gumi are working freely. Those who are supposed to be behind the bars are not even in jail. And now this someone that is not supposed to be in jail is now in jail. So now it's where the issue lies.
Okay. Finally, let's look at Alaafin saying without regionalism, Nigeria's progress in Mirage.
Alaafin
Without regionalism, Nigeria's progress in Mirage.
Alaafin should go and sit down. Is this Alaafin now not the one championing Tinubu 2023? Is the one champion Tinubu cause now? Because he has money. Alaafin has married all the spinsters because he has money. He is part of the problem too. Is it not being influenced? He has bring politics into the issue of how do I put it? There's now into all this Obas stuff. Every leader you see now, every king, they are all politicians. Alaafin too is also the problem because of interest. They are not neutral. When he's supposed to be speaking, he will not speak. Sunday Igboho is there in detention. He has not come out openly to condemn Sunday Igboho's arrest. Now he's coming up to say if without restructuring, Nigeria problem Mirage. These are people that visit Buhari week in, week out. Ordinary Ife, majority of this Obi, majority of them go to the palace every weekend to see Mr. President. They cannot tell him that Mr. President, this is what our people are facing. You are killing our people. Sunday Igboho is in detention. Release him. Alaafin for you is one of the respected leaders, traditional rulers in Southwest region, or even in Nigeria. But still, we will not tell Buhari that what you are doing is wrong. But what see? They keep on going to the palace. They keep on going to Aso Rock every time, just to collect.
Mr.
Ghana must go.
David.
So hello, please, can I just round off?
Okay.
Alaafin does not have any audacity to come and say this because now they are part of the problem. Ever since the killing has happened in that Oyo, Ibarapa, has he come out openly to condemn this government? He did not, because it's part of the problem.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. David. Right, due respect to you.
Yes.
I want to counter what you just said about the Alaafin. I happen to have known Alaafin since almost 20 years ago. I school in his domain. Let me tell you. During the crisis of Fulani, let me talk, please. During the Fulani crisis, okay. Can I talk? Permission to talk. So during the crisis of the Fulani when it started, Alaafin of Oyo single-handedly he wrote to Buhari that jihadists that is trying to introduce into this country, he should remember the king Usman Danfodio issue, the jihadists of Yoruba versus Fulani, the first fight that happened, that he should remember, that he should not bring up another. So to that, please, I won't be here and they will be subverting the truth here. That Alaafin is one of the boldest Oba in Nigeria, in Yoruba land. I'll say that. You might be talking of Oni of Ife, might be diplomatic because of his status. But Alaafin is a very straightforward person. He opened up to Buhari that you cannot Fulanize Nigeria. The letter is still in archive. Go and Google and get the letter to read.
Which of the letter? Okay. When he met with Alaafin one-on-one, did he tell him the truth? He has a meeting with, as he has not been going to Aso Rock, as the Alaafin have been going to Aso Rock. Now, why didn't he tell Mr. President to his front about this killing of this?
The Alaafin is like the normal politicians we have.
Alaafin, these people are politicians. Even the Oni of Ife, even the Obi of support with Igboho.
Alaafin support Igboho.
Igboho is in detention now. As Alaafin come out publicly to speak to Fulani, to just condemn this government act. Alaafin has never, for one day, Alaafin for once condemn this act. Somehow Sunday Igboho is in detention now. What has allowed been done just to make sure that Sunday Igboho is being released?
He has to be doing it on the ground.
What has been done?
He has to be
He
doing
has not done nothing. He has done nothing.
Is he
Majority
your king
of
or my
people,
king?
don't forget, it
Do you
doesn't
go for
matter.
your- do you
Don't forget, it doesn't matter.
You are just here in Lagos reading what is going on.
See, those.
Don't let us be
See,
misleading our
now,
people.
there were some groups that even accused Alafi of people saboteur. They said he even connived with the federal government just to make sure that Sunday Igboho is being arrested. These are the problem. These are our traditional rulers. They are the problem because who pay them? The government pay them. So that's it. They must be loyal to the what institution. These people are very loyal to institution.
Okay.
You cannot come up openly and condemn them. Just like imagine the Oba of Lagos coming out to condemn Buhari. Is it possible? Or coming out to condemn Tinubu, Oba of Lagos. Tinubu is still him there. Tinubu placed him there. Oba of Bisin, Elegushi, is not Tinubu boy. Even when Oni came to Lagos here, Oni was the one even bowing down to Tinubu. Did you see it? The video went viral, and now these are people you want us to trust. They are also part of the problem. They are also part of the problem. So nobody's sent. You barely know him. Maybe you lived in Oyo State, but these people are wicked. They are heartless. Both the Obas or the furniture, all the area, they are better off federal because this federal government pay them. What has Oni done? He does not stop on Elijah for you to meet body one-on-one. Leave Sunday Igboho, leave Nnamdi Kanu, face Gumi, ever since killing. As they come out publicly, openly to condemn this government. No, rather, he's showing me support for Tinubu 2023, and he tell me he's not partisan. Who is not partisan?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. David. Okay, we have come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstand this morning. A wonderful day that we have our analysts here tackling themselves over the Oni of Ife's issue. Okay, a big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davis. I'm Christian Chukwu on this wonderful edition of the program Bystanders at the Newsstand. A big thank you to all that have contributed today to what we've done today. And I want to urge us, and also my number is 08157515167. Chris Collar, you can call me so that we can iron things out, so that we will not have issues anymore. Thank you everyone for being with us, for bearing with us. We'll meet tomorrow by God's grace. This time, same place and same platform. Bye for now.